Have you had the nagging feeling that your meetings are not working? That you have meeting after meeting after meeting and nothing gets done? Or that the more people that you bring into meetings, the less results you get? If that is your case, then listen to this presentation because it is for you. Hello, everyone. I'm Michael Zeischer, and this is the 48th in a series of short videos designed to help entrepreneurs and executives succeed with their enterprise. And with that, let us consider our first slide. The title of this presentation is Optimizing Meeting Performance, or how to conduct your business meetings more efficiently. I'm going to be using my own book called Zeischer's Practical Handbook of Entrepreneurship and Innovation. And this comes from chapter 13, paragraph 13.5, which is called Zeischer's Law of Decreased Productivity. So here's the equation. The equation is P meaning performance, equals 1 divided by the square root of the number of attendees times 100. The number of attendees, by the way, if you're the only one, it is 1. And we're multiplying by 100 so that we can get 100%. So the idea is that anytime, whatever time it takes you to make a decision by yourself, let's call that 100%. Now, let's see what happens if you add a second person in order to try to make a decision. If you now have 2 attendees, n equals 2, and if you do the equation, the performance goes to 71%. Remember, you started at 100%, and you actually went down to 71%. How come? Well, the fact of the matter is that you need to spend time in bringing the second person up to speed as to what the issues are, what it is that you're trying to accomplish, and so forth and so on. So having 2 people in the meeting actually lowers the amount of performance that you have. You're going to spend more time if you have another person making a decision together with you. Now, what happens if you have 3 attendees? You plus 2 others? The performance goes down to 58%. It actually takes you more time to reach a decision if you have 3 people compared to 2, or of course, if you make your own decision yourself. Now, here's a biggie. If you got 4 people, it goes to 50%. 50% means is that you have spent twice as much time in reaching a decision with 4 people, you plus 3, compared to what you were doing yourself. And 5, of course, that's 45%, and you can do the math yourself. Well, as a matter of fact, Steve Jobs, who is, of course, a legend at Apple Computer, used to have what he called the 2 pizza rule. And the 2 pizza rule is, if 2 pizzas cannot feed the number of people in a meeting, then you have too many people in the meeting. Closely related to performance is where should you sit as the leader in a meeting? Well, if you have a long table, you, the leader, should be sitting at the head of the table, because at that particular place is where you project the highest degree of power and authority. And here is a picture of a typical meeting. As you can see, the leader is sitting at the head of the table. But notice something very interesting. The right-hand attendee, the person that is the closest to the leader, is sitting to his right. That is an important point to be made. Your right-hand person should be sitting to your right in any meeting. The other thing that is important is that if you are the leader, you should be looking towards a wall. Let's say that there's a wall. Let's say that there is a window that you can see people coming in and out. Let's say that that window is part of also a door, so you can see people coming in and out. It is important for you as the leader to be looking towards the wall. And of course, the question is, what happens if you have a round table? Now, if you have a round table, it really doesn't matter where you sit, except for the fact that your first assistant should be to your right and your second assistant should be to your left. Well, I'm going to finish, this is the last slide, with the most common complaints that people have regarding meetings. And the biggest one is that no decisions are made. You don't end up, you can have many meetings and you don't end up with decisions. Now, some of it has to do with poor preparation on your part. Certainly, the meeting can easily get disorganized. You can have a person, an individual who tries to dominate the meeting. And the other one, of course, is the fact that whatever meetings you have, that you have no published results. So this is the totem pole of what happens with the most common complaints with your meeting. And now that you know all of that, I am sure that you're going to start having terrific new meetings. Thank you. If you go to www.zeicherinstitute.com, you will see our webpage. We have 10 easy to follow recorded lectures complemented by hundreds of slides. If you purchase the online course, you will receive a complimentary copy of the complete transcript as a PDF. So you don't have to start writing anything. Everything about the course will be at your fingertips, thus allowing you to make a copy of the transcript. And in the website, you will find the entire lecture number 1 as a free gift, which is about 30 minutes in duration. So please do that, and I wish you the best of luck as an entrepreneur.